Lindsay was retained. Okay. Okay, we're in. Hi, good afternoon.
Hello, hello.
Hello, sir. We do have one retained case and counsel's on screen for Edmund Lindsay.
Okay, let me get
Edmund
it. Right back.
Lindsay. Thank you, sir.
You want to what? Face sheet for evidence.
Individuals have been interviewed.
Okay, tell you what. Hey, Lindsay. Okay. Go ahead.
Is it easier name or number?
Names, I think.
Okay. Simpson.
Okay, we've got Simpson,
Roscoe.
Roscoe,
Hill.
Hill,
Wolf.
got Waltz,
Van Troy.
Van Troy,
Knox.
Knox,
Nathaniel Smith.
Nathaniel Smith,
Megan Stokes. Terry Martin.
Martin.
And we are, I believe, interviewing Mr. Howell right now. We're trying to. And the gentleman here is from cancel.
Howell. Okay. All right. Well, just let us know. I mean, that's plenty for us to start with. So just give us an update regarding Howell, or if we get to the bottom of our stack here, we'll revisit it. And then the other ones are to be interviewed, correct? Okay, got it. Thank you.
Let me get one of the last key.
Yeah, I think I saw that one. So thank you.
How you doing?
Hi, your name, sir?
Edmund Hampton Lindsay Jr., ma'am.
Okay, and your attorney is on screen, so stand by. We're about to call the case. Calling case number 2006-1547, People State of Michigan versus Edmund Lindsay. Counsel, your name and your appearance for the record, and also your P number, please.
Good afternoon, man. Please, this honorable court, Larry Pope on behalf of Edmund Lindsay Jr., who is currently on the screen. My P number is 48164. Judge, at this time, we waive the formal reading of the warning complaint. My client stands mute.
Call waive formal reading as your night gets appear on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom probable cause conference date November 20, 2020 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, and a preliminary examination date to be determined also by Zoom in front of Judge Jones and as to bond.
Well, Judge, as it relates to bond, I'd ask the court to provide a fair and equitable bond. My client is 31 years old. He's a father of 2 children. He's just recently unemployed. He worked for the now defunct Art Van Furniture Store, and after they closed in bankruptcy, he was still working in terms of their liquidation. I'm going to ask the court, in considering this bond, that this court consider absolutely a tether, and that give him the opportunity to continue to work to try to get this matter resolved. This is a domestic situation, Judge, and I know the court is well aware of these types of situations and how unfortunately they can get out of hand.
All right, counsel, the court takes into account your representations, including your client's significant ties to the community, and the court does appreciate that he was gainfully employed up until the demise of a large local chain of furniture stores, which definitely displaced a number of people in the Metro Detroit area. Court also takes into account your class has significant other ties to the community as well, and also balancing it with the nature of these charges and the seriousness of the allegations. Also of note is you proactively addressing what is going to be a no contact order while this case is pending. The court appreciates that the parties, or at least some of the parties and your client, share a child in common. However, while this case is pending, there is going to be a no contact order, and then details of parenting time or any other details regarding, basically parenting responsibilities between the parties can get addressed at the next court date. For the time being, there's going to be a no contact order. Here's what the court is going to do. Stand by, Mr. Sanford. I have dates here on the sticky note, but I don't think we have minutes for this file. I don't think so. So here's what the court is going to do. Do you need anything else?
I'm
just going to write it. Okay. At this time, counsel, court is going to do the following. Court is going to set a bond in the amount of $7,500 personal bond. More importantly, your client is going to be subject to Wayne County Sheriff's GPS tether. More importantly, while this case is pending, no contact with the complaining witnesses, Charlotta Burton, Carmel Lenyon, and Brenda Lenyon. No contact means no written or verbal communication with these individuals, no messages to them through third parties. The no contact order also extends to the places of residence and places of employment, and no social media contacts directly or indirectly. And again, the court is not looking to limit either party with regard to their exercise of parenting time. But for the time being, the court, after having reviewed the contents of the investigator's report, these are allegations only, but to ensure safety to community, including that of the complaining witness as well as to your client, but then also to ensure the integrity of the case for the time being, no contact between the parties. And again, your office will have an opportunity to address details of the no contact order or any amendments or changes to accommodate parenting time, but for the time being, no contact between the parties. Anything further?
Nothing else, Judge. I thank you very much, and I absolutely, as soon as I get the opportunity, will reiterate all of the things that this court has said as it relates to no contact, and I'll make sure he understands exactly what that means.
Thank you, counsel, and the court is confident that you will do that so that he understands the details of what no contact entails, because if he values his liberty, and the court, and again, Mr. Lindsay, your client, your attorney has been a very strong advocate for you to put you in the best light, but at the same time, while this case is pending, the most important thing is the no contact order, because if you violate the no contact order in any way, shape, or form, you're going to get picked up and you're going to spend the rest of this case in custody. So if you value your liberty while this case is pending, you are going to listen to your attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Counsel, is there anything further?
Nothing else. Thank you very much, Judge. Enjoy your weekend.
Yes, sir. Thank you, DDC. We're concluded. I think after that, we can go down your list.
We'll have to go to the county to get Trevor put on.
I just said it.
Well, what order would you like to go in, Your Honor?
I'm sorry, sir?
What order would you like to go in? What files do you have ready?
Well, here's what we have. We have ready Dwayne Simpson. We have Dewan Roscoe. We have Michael Hill, Titus Waltz, Leonard Fantroy, Marcellus Knox. On the men's side, Nathaniel Smith, Damon Stokes, Terry Martin, Joshua Howell, and Michael Elliott.
All righty, stand by, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir.
Mike, want to take it before they? White House, their first and last name, hold on.
Hi, your name, sir?
Michael Elliott.
Okay, we're on the record, calling case number 200-615, 33 People Michigan versus Michael Jarrell Elliott. Counsel, your appearance, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Jessica Shab on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Elliott, who is formal reading understands his constitutional rights and stands.
Call with formal reading at your not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There is a Zoom top class conference date set for November 20th, 2020 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court. Preliminary examination date to be determined at the 36th District Court, also by Zoom in front of Judge Archer and as to bond.
Your Honor, my client is 30 years old. He is a lifelong resident of Detroit. He has no priors. He does work, Your Honor, block by block, cleans up the streets of Detroit. Your Honor, he is not on probation or parole. This incident appears to be back from January. He was never arraigned on it, Your Honor. I do not have any habeas history in front of me, and Your Honor, also serious disregard allegations and non-assault. So I'm respectfully asking the court to consider a personal bond.
Okay, thank you. Did you see his bond, any halt?
Yes, one hold, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. All right, counsel, court takes into account representations, particularly this is a matter from the first of the year, close to after the first of the year, as well as these are non-assaultive matters, given also that you've indicated non-assaultive and that these are, he has ties to the community. Court in this case will set bond the amount of $2,000 personal bond. Is there anything further?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set, so you can step away from the camera. Yes, sir.
There will be an attorney on Joshua Hall. There will be calling in.
Is Mr. Howell retained?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, thank you for the update. Okay. Did we just did? Okay, got it.
Big dog, white line.
How you doing? Dwayne Simpson.
Okay, stand by, sir. We'll be right there. And you said Howell has an attorney, but the attorney hasn't called in, is that, or we
Sit
haven't?
there about to dial into the Zoom.
Oh, okay, thank you. I'll be on the lookout. Thank you. Okay, your name, sir?
Dwayne Simpson.
Okay, calling. Case number 200-61532, People Michigan versus Dwayne Simpson, counsel.
Jessica Shab on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Simpson, who is formal reading understands his constitutional rights and stands.
Call wait formal reading at your not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom probable cause conference date November 20th, 2020 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by a preliminary examination date, also by Zoom at a date to be determined in front of Judge King and as a bond.
Your Honor, my client is 44 years old, lifelong resident of Detroit, no assaulted prior criminal convictions, not on probation or parole, is employed at a nursing home, has been there for 10 years, Your Honor, got family ties, community ties. So respectfully asking the court to consider a personal bond.
All right, thank you. JDC is bond any hold?
No hold, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel court takes into account your representations, including your client's very significant ties regarding gainful employment and ties to the community, given those elements. And on its face, this is a non-assaultive matter. Court will set bond in the amount of $1,000 personal bond. Is there anything further?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set, so you can step away from the camera.
Hey, you going to take it? So far, so good. Step on the white line, say first and last name.
Delon Roscoe.
Hi, your name, sir?
Delon Roscoe.
Roscoe. Okay, called in case number 200-61531, People Michigan versus DeJuan Roscoe. Counsel, your appearance, please.
Justice Shab on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Roscoe, who is formal reading understands his constitutional rights and stands.
Call wait formal reading and turn not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom probable cause conference date November 20th, 2020 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court. Another examination date also by Zoom and a date to be determined. It will be in front of Judge Giles and as to bond.
Your client is 20 years old, lifelong resident of Detroit, no prior criminal convictions. He does home improvement, makes 2 shifts, he's self-employed, Your Honor, not on probation or parole. He lives with his mom in Detroit. He's got family ties, community ties, no priors. This is not assaulted. So
Right.
this is for personal.
Thank you. DDC's bond on hold.
No holds.
Thank you. Counsel, court takes into account representations, including his ties to the community, and further, this is a non-assaultive matter. Given those elements, court will set bond $2,000 personal bond. Is there anything further?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set, so you can step away from the camera.
This way, big dog. Who's like a
Hi, your name, sir?
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Hill. All right, stand by. Stand by. I believe there's an attorney Coleman. Are you checking in on the case, sir?
Yes, good afternoon, Judge.
Hi, sir.
I'm
Who are
here-
you checking in on?
Joshua Howe.
Thank you. We'll let them know. Stand by, please. Okay,
Thank
Mr. Hill, we're calling your case now. Calling case number 2006-1543, People State Michigan versus Michael Kaji Hill.
Justice Carter, on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Hill, who waives formal reading understands the constitutional rights and standing.
Call with formal reading enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf as a Zoom probable cause conference dated November 20th, 2020 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by an examination date also by Zoom and a date to be determined in front of Judge Jones and as to bond.
Your Honor, my client is 27 years old, lifelong resident of Detroit, no priors. He was employed, but he was injured at the job, so he is employed, Your Honor, not on probation or parole. Respectfully asking the court to consider a personal bond.
All right, thank you. DC's bond, are any holds?
No. One hold, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel court takes into account representations, including your client's ties to the community, as well as this being a non-assaultive matter. Given those elements, court will set bond in the amount of $1,000 personal bond. Is there anything further?
No, thank you.
Okay, you're all set, sir. You can step away from the camera.
This way, big brother. You got a person about what your wristband say, what you at?
DDC, be advised, we have a retained attorney on Joshua Howell, when you can make him available.
Okay, how will be next?
On the white line, first.
How? She won't how? We have a turn.
Kick. He's in the bam. He's in the neck.
Oh, he mad. Oh, we gonna grab him then. They have to go around and get him. He's a suicide watch, Your Honor.
Thank you kindly. Just let us know when, just update us when you can. And just whoever you have next for the camera. Hi, your name, sir?
How you doing, Titus Denard Wilkes?
Okay, Mr. Waltz, calling case number 2006154, People State of Michigan versus Titus Waltz, also known as Titus Denard Waltz, counsel.
Justice Carter, on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Wilkes, who waives formal reading understands the constitutional rights and stands here.
Call with formal reading enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf as a Zoom probable cause conference dated November 20th, 2020 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by a preliminary examination date also by Zoom at a date to be determined at the 36th District Court in front of Judge Giles and as to bond.
Your Honor, my client is 34 years old, lifelong resident of Detroit. He did get his GED on his own, Your Honor. He was in a wheelchair due to back problems. He's not on probation or parole. Your Honor, he lives with his mom. He's gonna move in with his fiancée soon. He's got family ties, community ties, 4 children, and he's taking care of, Your Honor. I understand these are serious, however, they are allegations of respectfully asking the court to consider a personal bond.
Thank you. DDC is bond on hold.
No hold.
All right, thank you. Counsel court takes into account your representation, including his ties to the community and also with his family and also residential and stable ties to the community. Court is balancing that with the nature of the charges, which are on their face and non-assault. However, they do include allegations that your client is an individual who allegedly is ineligible to possess contraband that is alleged in these charges. That notwithstanding, at this time, given what you presented, court will set bond $7,500 personal bond. And also, while this case is pending, no, he is not to possess, purchase, or be in the vicinity of firearms. Anything further?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set, so you can step away from the camera.
Okay, thank you. Can I go right here, ma'am?
Yes.
White line, first, last name. Come on out, you got first and bond? Wait right there on the steps, brother. Gonna put you up. It's on you, Josh.
All I do is walk in, I don't see nobody
I'm gonna tell you the
else.
second.
I don't see nobody else.
This
Go see the judge.
might be it, man. This might be it. We're gonna find out. Some of the white lines here, first and last name. I'll tell you. Right here. What's your name?
Sir?
Joshua, how you doing today?
Doing well. So your name, sir?
Joshua Howell.
First and last.
Okay, thank you. And your attorney is present. Counsel, are you ready?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, calling case number 2006153, People State Michigan versus Joshua Alexander Howell, also known as Joshua Howell. Counsel, your appearance, please, and your P number.
For the record, Your Honor, good afternoon. Coleman Potts, P78607 on behalf of Mr. Howell, who appears by Zoom. Mr. Howell, please state your name for the record, sir.
Joshua Howell.
Your Honor, for the purposes of arraignment, we'll waive a formal reading, stand mute, enter not guilty plea.
Okay, thank you. Court waive formal reading and turn not guilty plea on your client's behalf. Counsel, also be advised and let the record reflect that there is an individual in court who's going to also add their appearance, and then presumably when we get to the bond argument stage. Sir, if you would please approach and state your name for the record.
Yes, Your Honor. Matthew Lorenz, case manager for 36th District Court, Specialty Court.
Okay, thank you. Counsel, be advised and let the record reflect that there's a representative from 36th District Court from the Specialty Court who is present. So presumably he'll be speaking on the at the time of bond argument. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, stand by. All right, Counsel, you're waiving formal reading, saying your client mute.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, court waive formal reading and turn not guilty plea on your client's behalf as a Zoom probable cause conference date November 20th, 2020 at 8:30 a.m. at the 36th District Court, followed by a plenary examination date, a date to be determined, and this will be in front of Judge Giles. And counsel, first as to bond.
Your Honor, just like to let the court know that we are retained on this matter. My client stays in Detroit with his 2 young children. He has strong ties to the community, family ties to the community. He has not flight risk at all. I know this case does involve a gun allegedly, but it is a non-assaultive crime. I just asked the court that he have a personal bond and be released on his own personal cognizance.
All right, stand by. Court is also going to review the investigator's report. Stand by. The body of the investigator's report. Okay. All right, counsel, thank you. And if you would please, our representative from 36th District Court, again, your name and your name and your role with the court, please.
Matthew Lorenz, 36th District Court, Specialty Court. I have been his case manager for the last few months. He's been under Judge Holmes' court jurisdiction. He's been very compliant in all aspects of the court order. Your Honor, if they do allow him to be bonded out tonight, there would not be a risk for him to return for his future hearings.
Okay, so here's the thing. The court, in order to ensure his return to court while this case is pending, this court is inclined to include at least a GPS tether to just ensure that he does return to court. On its face, this particular case is non-assaultive, and again, he's currently under supervision. However, the presumption being that, and again, these are allegations only at this time. However, the presumption being that if he's under supervision for any type of case, Judge Holmes' court, the presumption being that he is also to not have any further contacts with law enforcement and not to pick up any other cases. Is that fair to say?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, stand by. All right, counsel, Coleman Potts, anything in response?
No, Your Honor. No, Your Honor.
All right, gentlemen. All right, gentlemen, here's what the court is going to do, and the court appreciates input as it relates to the charges as to this case before the court. And again, these are allegations only, and they are non-assaultive, and that's to your client's benefit. However, counsel, be advised that while these are allegations only, again, the presumption being is that if he's already under supervision to this court, particularly to Judge Holmes' specialty court, that means that it also includes that he's not to pick up any other cases and have no other contacts. So these are allegations only, but just be advised that it is going to include a tether to ensure he comes back for all of his cases for all of his appearances while this case is pending. Do you copy?
Understand, Your Honor.
All right, counsel, here's what we're going to do. Given what you presented, and again, the court does take note that your client is currently under supervision out of Judge Holmes' court for whatever that particular case is. As it relates to this case, court in this case is setting bond in the amount of $5,000 personal bond. Also, while this case is pending, Mr. Howell is to also be subject to Wayne County Sheriff's GPS tether. Also, while this case is pending, your client is not to possess, purchase, or be in the control over in the vicinity of firearms or any weapons. Counsel, is there anything further?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Is there anything further?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. We are concluded. You're all set, so you can step away from the camera.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So tell your letters and pick up at the counter, all right? It should be tonight. White line, first and last name.
Hi, your name, sir?
Leonard Fantroy.
You said Leonard Fantroy, is that correct, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Calling case number 200-61539, People State, Michigan versus Leonard Fantroy. Counsel, your appearance, please. Fantroy, Fantroy.
Yes.
Good job on behalf of the defendant, Fantroy, who waived from a reading of defendant's constitutional rights and stands mute.
Oh, wait, the formal reading into a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There is a Zoom probable cause conference date set for November 6, 2020 at 8:30 a.m. at the 36th District Court, followed by preliminary examination date November 12, 2020 at 9 o'clock at the 36th District Court, also by Zoom at the 36th District Court in front of Judge Jones and as to bond.
Your Honor, my client is 42 years old. He's a lifelong resident of Detroit. He did get his GED. He has his own landscaping company, Your Honor. He does take medication for his kidneys, his blood pressure, and a lot of other medications that he needs. According to my client, he is legally blind and gets infusions inside for 6 weeks. He's not on probation or parole. He has 7 children, Your Honor. He does not live with the complaining witness, and I understand these are very serious charges. However, they are allegations. I respectfully ask the court to consider the nominal bond, Your Honor, or GPS tether, or if the court wants to personal bond, Your Honor.
Thank you. DDC's bond, are there any holds?
No holds, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. All right, counsel, court does take into account your representations, including your client's ties to the community, including gainful employment and self-employment. Court is also balancing with the nature of the charges and the seriousness of the allegations, which does include a review of the file. Of note, a particular note is that it does include a serious allegation that there were firearms involved and resulted in a physical injury to the complaining witness as a result of this alleged series of alleged event, as well as the fact that it includes an allegation that your client was in possession of a firearm that he was not eligible to possess because of prior felony conviction. Therefore, he was not eligible to possess this firearm. Again, these are allegations only. However, it does go to the elements that the court utilized under Michigan court rules as it relates to bond, including the nature of the charges, seriousness of the allegations, likelihood that your client will return, as well as safety to the community, including that of the complaining witness. Given those elements, at this time, court is going to set bond in the amount of $150,000 cash surety, no 10%, no early or administrative release. Also, while this case is pending, absolutely no contact with complaining witness William Shirley. No contact means no written or verbal communication with this person, no messages to him through third parties. The no contact order also extends to the place of residence and place of employment. Further, in the event that your client does post bond or he is released, he'll be subject to Wayne County Sheriff's GPS tether. Further, based on your representations during your bond argument, the court will also mark the file medical. Is there anything further?
No.
Okay, you're also, I'm sorry, and if the court hadn't already indicated, no contact means no written or verbal communication, no messages to him through third parties, no contact order also extends to place of residence, place of employment, and no social media contacts directly or indirectly. Is there anything further? All right, you're all set, so you can step away from the camera.
That's what I read. 2852 cases. 28. White line, first and last name.
It don't matter, just on that line.
Hi, your name, sir? Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir. Calling case number 1536, people say Michigan versus Marcellus Ray Knox, counsel, your appearance.
Judge, on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Knox, who waive formal reading, understands the constitutional rights and stands.
Call waive formal reading, enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom probable cause conference date set for November 20th, 2020 at 8:30 a.m., followed by a plenary examination date, also by Zoom, and a date to be determined at the 36th District Court in front of Judge King and as to bond.
Your Honor, my client is 33 years old, lifelong resident of Detroit, no prior assaultive convictions. He was supposed to start today at Family Dollar, his appointment, Your Honor. He does suffer from mental illness, does take medication for that, Your Honor. He lives with his friend in Detroit, Your Honor. He does have a 4-year-old son and one out of the way. I'm respectfully asking the court to consider a personal law.
Okay, counsel, court takes into account representations, including his ties to the community and also that he has actively sought out gainful employment. Court is also balancing with the nature of the charges, which are non-assaultive. So the court will do the following. Court is going to set bond in the amount of $3,000 personal bond. Is there anything further?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, did you see also, as to bond, are there any holds?
One hold, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Counsel, was there anything further? Okay, you're all set, sir. You can step away from the camera.
That's gonna be OC, right?
Step on that white line, say first and last name.
Hi, your name, sir?
Nick
Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir. Calling case number 200615350. People say Michigan versus defendant number 1, Nathaniel D'Angelio Smith. Counsel.
Justice Sharp, on behalf of the defendant, Smith, who waives formal reading and understands his constitutional rights and stands.
Call with formal reading and not guilty plea on your client's behalf. Stand by, please. All right, counsel, court takes into account representations. Stand by. Court waive the formal reading and turn not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's going to be a Zoom probable cause conference date set for November 6, 2020 at 8:30 a.m., followed by a plenary examination date November 12, 2020 at 9 o'clock at the 36th District Court, also by Zoom in front of Judge Archer, and as to bond, please.
Your Honor, my client is 24 years old, lifelong resident of Detroit. He's never been charged with a crime before. He has no priors. He is the manager at Booth Mobile. He's been there for 2.5 years. He did do 2 years of college. He also is a high school grad. He's not on probation or parole. Your Honor, he owns his own home in Detroit. He lives with his girlfriend and their 1-year-old son. He's got family ties, community ties, and respectfully asking the court to consider a nominal bond.
All right, thank you, counsel. Court takes into account your representations, including his significant family, residential, as well as gainful employment and ties to the community. Court is also balancing with the nature of the charge and the seriousness of the allegations, which does include allegations of a seriously assaultive nature, and particularly unique in that, according to the write-up, the review of the file indicates that just the other, this alleged incident happened 3 days ago, and that at that time when officers came into contact with the complaining witness, he had been stripped naked, as well as physically assaulted. And these are particularly peculiar and egregious charges. With what you presented, counsel, court is going to do the following. Court will set a bond in the amount of $3,000, 10%. Also, while this case is pending, your client will be subject to Wayne County Sheriff's GPS tether. Also, while this case is pending, your clients have absolutely no contact with the complaining witness, Ibrahim Musla. No contact means no written verbal communication with this individual, no messages to him through third parties, and no contact order 06 since the place of residence and place of employment, and no social media contacts directly or indirectly. Is there anything further?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, you're all set, sir. You can step away from the camera.
Brother, first and last name. Judge Davis. Come on, man.
Hi, your name, sir?
David Nelson.
You have Nelson ready to go? Okay, thank you. Calling case number 2006-1537, People State, Michigan versus David Nelson. Counsel, your appearance, please.
Clerk Sharma, on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Nelson, who is former reading understands his constitutional rights.
Call with formal reading into not guilty plea on your client's behalf as a Zoom public cause conference date set for November 20, 2020 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by a plenary examination date, also by Zoom, a date to be determined at the 36th District Court in front of Judge King and Esteban.
Your Honor, my client is 39 years old, lifelong resident of Detroit. He has no prior. He is unemployed due to the pandemic, bad on probation of parole. I believe this is the first time he gets arrested. Your Honor, he lives with the mother of his children, and he has 4 children, family ties, community ties, and he's non-alcoholic, so I have
Thank you. DDC is bond, any holds?
One hold, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel Court takes into account representations, including his very significant family and residential ties to the community, and for this is a non-assaultive matter. Given those elements, court will set bond in the amount of $2,000 personal bond. Is there anything further?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set, sir. You can step away from the camera.
Ready? Yep, upstairs. Hey, first of all, come to the second. Like 7, 8, 5, 6. David Nelson, they got personal bonds over there. David Nelson. Except for the white line, first and last name.
Hi, your name, sir?
My name is Dennis Stokes, ma'am.
Thank you. Calling case number 20060-845, People State, Michigan versus Damon Lamar Stokes. Counsel, your appearance, please.
Riding around, we have Mr. David Stokes, we agree to extend you. Mr. Stokes has been advised of constitutional rights.
Call with formal reading into not guilty plea on your client's behalf as a Zoom proper cause conference date, November 6, 2020 at 8:30 a.m. Preliminary examination date, also by Zoom, November 12, 2020 at 9 o'clock at 36th District Court in front of Judge Giles and Esteban.
Your Honor, I'd like the court to know Mr. Stokes is 28 years old. He's a lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit. I believe he has no felonious convictions, Your Honor, on his record. He's been gainfully employed for the last 2 weeks doing roofing at Terrence Bogan Inc. He maintains that he's completed his GED that was not court ordered, it was something he did on his own volition. He has 4 children in the community, Your Honor, ranging between the ages of 3 and 10 years old. He wasn't able to know he pays child support on time. He sees his children every day. And most importantly, in this particular matter, does not reside with the complaining witness. Your Honor, with respectfully, as the court for a reasonable bond, if not a personal bond, he has put us in contact with his family. He will be supporting him while this matter is pending.
All right, court will just taking into account your representation standby. DDC is the bond. Are there any holds?
One hold, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Council court is definitely taking into account your representations, including significant and family ties to the community, but court is also balancing it with review of the nature of the charges against your balance with your representations, as well as a review of the file. Standby, of course, going to review additional information in the file.
Give me a bag of tea. It's on the old block. Maybe he won't cry today.
Okay, council, court again takes into account your representations, including his ties to the community, including family ties, but court is balancing with the nature of the charge and the seriousness of the allegations. A particular note is, again, review of the file suggests an alarming degree of targeting, directing these alleged series of events that happened over at least some period of time, directed toward the complaining witness and exclusively at the complaining witness, but further that these alleged incidences occurred, including gunfire as well, in a what appears to be a standard residential area, therefore putting not only the complaining witness potentially at risk, but other individuals in the vicinity, because while there's an allegation that multiple shots were fired, not all of them took effect as it relates to the complaining witness, therefore they went someplace, so that presents a danger to the community at large. Given what has been presented at this time, court is setting bond in the amount of $275,000 cash surety, no 10%, no early administrative release. Also, in the event that your client posts bond, he would be subject to Wayne County Sheriff's GPS tether. And no contact with the complaining witness, Demia Henry. No contact means no written or verbal communication with this person, no messages to her through third parties. No contact order also extends to her place of residence and place of employment, and no social media contacts directly or indirectly. Counsel, be advised, the court notes that once the court announced the bond, your client stepped away from the camera, so he needs to be aware what the conditions of bond is, because it also includes no social media contacts directly or indirectly, and the court cannot emphasize enough how serious the no contact order is. Because if it is the case that he is so inclined to disregard this court's order or not, or fail to make himself available for appearance at arraignment stage, this court has a concern about his appearance in court for the balance of this case.
I completely understand, Your Honor. I'd like to apologize on behalf of my client. I'm not sure how familiar he is with this process, but we did already go over the court's anticipated no contact order, which we do believe we will allow.
And also, the court is also including the Wayne County Sheriff's GPS tether on there, so he at some point will be made aware of that. But again, the most important thing is no contact order, because it also includes no contacting the complaining witness in any way, shape, or form. To do so would be to jeopardize any chance that he has at his liberty while this case is pending. Is there anything further? Okay, thank you. We're concluded. Thank you, DDC.
Hello.
Hi, your name, sir?
Elias Andrew.
Thank you. I'm sorry, your name again, sir?
Elias Andrew.
Okay, got it. Thank you. Sandru, got it. Thank you. Client case number 2004-5795, people say Michigan versus Sandru Illy. Counsel.
Right around there, Mr. Sandru Illy, we agree to stand. Mr. Illy's been advised of the constitutional right.
Forward, formal reading, enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf. Stand by. All right, court, with the formal reading and turn not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's going to be a Zoom pretrial date November 13, 2020 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court. And this will be in front of Judge Bryant. And as to bond, please.
As Your Honor, I'd like the court to be aware that Mr. Illy is 38 years old. He wants the court to know he's been a resident here in the state of Michigan for approximately 9 years. He does all of Detroit highway rescue, Your Honor, the court can see he's wearing the shirt right now. He's not on probation or parole at this time, Your Honor. He doesn't reside in the same residence as both of his parents. We ask the court to push bond responsibility for matter with no contact for complaining witnesses.
Thank you. Did you see his bond that he holds?
Your Honor, I don't have a folder on him.
Okay, last name is I-L-I-E.
No, that's my first name.
That's his first name, I think.
I'm sorry, Sandru, Sandru. Still no folder?
No.
All right, thank you. All right, Council, Court takes into account your representations. Court is also taking note of review, including in your representations, a review of additional information in the file, and the court essentially wants to ensure that there's no contact between the parties, and also that your client does comply with the no contact order while this case is pending, because it sounds like it sounds like a dispute between parties, some type of business dealing where the parties are known to one another, and that could lend itself to the potential for continued or the potential for contact between the parties while the case is pending, which may ultimately simply turn into a civil matter if there is some type of a contractual issue between the parties. But while this case is pending, the court wants to ensure that he understands there's no contact while this case is pending, and any amendments or changes to bond or conditions of bond are subject to review, but for the time being, no contact between the parties. What the court is going to do is the following: court will set bond in the amount of $1,500, 10%, and again, no contact with the complaining witness, Mugural Lungu. No contact means no written or verbal communication with this person, no messages to him through third parties. The no contact order also extends to the place of residence and place of employment, and no social media contacts directly or indirectly. And again, counsel, if need be, if you need to speak with him to explain to him what the extent of no contact means, the court appreciates and recognizes that this could be, again, there may be an undercurrent of a civil action or something, or a contractual issue between the parties, but while this case is pending, no pursuit of any contractual issues, no contact with that complaining witness, because that will constitute a violation of the no contact order. And of course, his attorney, either your office or his attorney of record at the next court date, can address any further issues, but for the time being, no contact with that complainant. Anything further? Thank you very much. Okay, thank you. You're all set, so you can step away from the camera. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let the record reflect November 13 is the pretrial date, 8:30 a.m. at the 36th District Court in front of Judge Bryant. Okay, you're all set, sir. I'm sorry, what am I doing with this one? Mr. Sanford?
This person right here, I heard it earlier. He had two cases of traffic tickets. We heard it, but they didn't give us that case. They found it out, she just brought it in.
Okay.
I don't know if he's already gone because he received personal bonds for others.
No, I arraigned him on this one. Didn't I fill it out, or no?
We didn't arraign this one at all. This is a new case that they didn't give us this morning. I guess they missed it. Then he received personal bonds on the other two.
No, that's weird, because unless because I remember he did have two files, but neither one of them was a felony non-support.
One of them, I think, was. I can't remember.
But so there was a second non-support.
Second.
Oh. Okay. Crutcher?
Crutcher. Oh, yeah, Jerome Crutcher.
Yeah. DDC, a quick question. You can stay right there, sir. A quick question, sir. By any chance, is Jerome Crutcher still with you?
I believe he is, Your Honor.
Okay, be advised and let the record reflect that we did arraign him earlier this morning. He had two cases plus traffic. We have since found out that he has another felony non-support case. So when you can, we can set this aside. Again, your office has already interviewed him. Okay, so I don't think that it would be too much of a strain, so that when you can make him available, we can get him arraigned so that everything travels together.
I'll go grab him now.
Thank you, sir. Hi, your name, sir?
Keith Talley.
Okay, we have Tally ready to go? Okay, thank you. Calling case number 2006154, People State Michigan versus Keith Bernard Tally. Counsel, your appearance, please.
Ryan Morales, Mr. Keith Talley, wait for these guys. You have Mr. Talley been about the counsel.
Court waive the formal reading and turn not guilty plea on your client's behalf. This is a Zoom probable cause conference date set for November 20, 2020 at 8:30 a.m. Preliminary examination date also by Zoom, and a date to be determined at the 36th District Court in front of Judge Giles and as to bond.
Mr. Talley is 38 years old, Your Honor. He's a lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit. He maintains he has no prior criminal history whatsoever. His wife is a graduate. She is not capable of service because he respectfully wants to personally bond.
Thank you. DDC is bond. Any holds?
No holds.
Thank you. Counsel, court takes into account representations, including his ties to the community, and this is a non-assaultive matter. Court will set bond in the amount of $1,000 personal bond. Is there anything further? Okay, you're all set, sir. You can step away from the camera.
Yeah. Thank you, Judge. Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Where I go? Right here?
The next one.
Hi, your name, sir?
Brian Washington.
Okay. Ready in Washington? Okay, thank you. Client case number 2006154, Peoples of Michigan versus Brian Washington, counsel.
Brad Brown, on behalf of Mr. Brian Washington, wait formal reading, stand muted for Washington has been deprived of his constitutional rights.
Call wait formal reading, enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf as a Zoom. Probable cause conference date November 20th, 2020 at 8:30 a.m. Preliminary examination date also by Zoom at a date to be determined at the 36th District Court in front of Judge King and as to bond.
Mr. Bond, Your Honor, I'd like the court to know, Mr. Washington is 30 years old. He's a lifetime resident here in the state of Michigan. He is a high school graduate from Roseville, class of 2009. He wants the court to know he has no assault priors whatsoever. Your Honor, this individual comes from probably the best family ever. I know his father personally very well, who is one of the best men I've ever met. And I want the court to know that I know that this person will be making all of his next court dates. We have been in extensive communication. We respectfully ask the court for a personal bond.
All right, thank you, counsel. Court does take into account your representations, including your very strong endorsement with regard to, as an officer of the court, with regard to his character, and therefore that he will be respectful of this court's orders and return to court for all proceedings until a judge tells him that he is concluded with this matter. Given what you have presented, I'm sorry, DDC is bond of any holds?
No holds, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, counsel. Given your representations at this time, court will set bond amount of $1,000 personal bond. Is there anything further?
Your Honor, let's do that for one last time.
Yes, sir. It's going to be probable cause conference November 20th, 2020 at 8:30 a.m. in front of Judge King, and the preliminary examination date to be determined.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Is anything further? Okay, you're all set, sir. You can step away from the camera.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mark,
Sir.
that way. They're 5 and 6. Mark, step on in. Step on that white line, first and last line.
Terry Martin,
Hi, your name, sir?
how you doing?
Doing well, sir. Your name, sir?
Terry Martin.
Thank you. Calling case number 2006154, Peoples of Michigan versus Terry Martin, also known as Terry Martin III, counsel.
On behalf of the defendant, Mr. Martin, who is formal reading, understands the constitutional rights and stands here.
Call wait formal reading, enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom probable cause conference date November 20th, 2020 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court. Preliminary examination date also by Zoom at a date to be determined in front of Judge King and as to bond.
Your Honor, my client is 28 years old, lifelong resident of Michigan, no priors. He's not on probation or parole. He owns 3 businesses, Your Honor. He lives with his wife and 5 of their kids. He's got family ties, community ties, 3 of his own businesses, no priors, and respectfully ask for a first bond.
Thank you, DC. Ms. Bond, any halt?
No holds.
Thank you. Counsel court takes into account representations, including his ties to the community. For this is a non-assaultive matter. Those elements taken into account of the criteria the court utilized on Michigan court rules. Court will set by the amount of $2,000 personal bond. Is there anything further? Okay, you're all set, sir. You can step away from the camera.
Thank you.
And she said, what day, November 20th?
Yeah, he'll fill you in.
Okay, thank you.
What's your name?
Terry.
Nolan? Come on, back up.
Hi, your name, sir?
Dennis
Thank
Nolan
you.
Jr.
Thank you, sir. Calling case number 2006154, Peoples of Michigan versus Dennis Nolan Jr. Counsel, your appearance, please.
Describe on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Nolan Jr., who is formal reading of his constitutional rights and stands here.
Call away the formal reading and turn not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom probable cause conference date November 20th, 2020 at 8:30 a.m., followed by a preliminary examination date also by Zoom at a date to be determined at the 36th District Court in front of Judge Jones and as to bond.
Sir, my client is 31 years old, lifelong resident of Detroit, self-employed, did get his GED. And I don't believe he has any assaultive prior criminal conviction. Respectfully, I think he does live, Detroit, I believe, Your Honor, respectfully, I think the court should consider a personal bond, Your Honor.
Thank you. And DDC is the bond, there any holds?
MDOC hold.
Thank you. Counsel court takes into account your representations regarding this case, but of particular note is that your client is currently, while these are all non-assaultive charges, it does include that your client was ineligible to be in possession of this alleged contraband because of a prior conviction, as well as being actively on parole. Given those elements, court in this case will set bond in the amount of $10,000 personal bond. And no firearms while this case is pending. Anything further?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set, so you can step away from the camera.
Yes, ma'am.
Right around, Jake, take the hoodie off, baby.
Hi, your name, sir?
Raven Bibbs.
Thank you. Calling. Case number 2006154, people state of Michigan versus Raven Dibbs Counsel.
Mr. Chairman, on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Goodson, with formal reading, understands the constitutional rights and stands to.
Court with formal reading and turn not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom probable cause conference date set for November 6, 2020 at 8:30 a.m. Preliminary examination date is November 12, 2020, also by Zoom with the 36th District Court in front of Judge Archer and as to bond.
Your Honor, my client is 20 years old. He's a lifelong resident of Detroit. He is unemployed due to the pandemic. He's a high school grad. He's not on probation or parole. He has no prior assaulted criminal convictions. He lives with his brother. He has a stable residence in Detroit. He has support from his mother. He understands the no contact order, Your Honor. Understands the very serious allegations. However, they are allegations, Your Honor. So I'm respectfully asking the court to consider if the court is going to deny a personal bond that he cannot be bond, Your Honor.
All right, well, counsel, court does take into account the representations, including his significant family and residential unstable ties to the community, but court is also balancing with the nature of the charges, including the seriousness of the allegations. A review of the file includes that, again, allegedly, when your client came into contact with officers, that when officers attempted to make further contact with him, an officer had made contact with the vehicle that he was in, and allegedly your client pressed on the accelerator of the vehicle that he was in, and an officer was subsequently dragged as the vehicle was in motion with your client behind the wheel and his foot on the accelerator. And that creates, in an attempt allegedly to flee, being taken into custody or flee further contact with officers at that time, which presents a danger not only to the officers or the parties in the instant case, but also who are witnesses in the case, but also to the community at large in a commercial and fully occupied area in the community. Given those elements, particularly as to count one, court in this case is setting bond amount of $75,000 cash surety, no 10%, no early administrative release. Further, in the event that your client posts bond, he'll be subject to Wayne County Sheriff's GPS tether. Is there anything further? Okay, you're all set, sir. You can step away from the camera. Hi, your name, sir?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I'm Jerome Crutcher, reappearing
Okay,
again.
thank you. Okay, yes, sir. Sir, we appreciate your patience. We have you in front of the with us again today because after you were originally arraigned on your other cases this morning, it was brought to this court's attention for the afternoon session that there is another case outstanding. It's a felony non-support matter, so we're going to get you arraigned on that one, and so that these will travel along with your other cases, so everything stays packaged together, okay? And you know everything about all of your matters for which you need to attend court, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, calling case number 180555415, People State Michigan versus Jerome Crutcher. It's for one count of child support failing to pay. Counsel, your appearance for the record, please.
Your Honor, Mr. Chairman, on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Crutcher, I kindly formal reading understands his constitutional rights and stands to you.
Call waive the formal reading and turn not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom probable cause conference date set for January 13, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court. Preliminary examination date also by Zoom and a date to be determined. This will be in front of your judges will be both Judge Hathaway and Judge King. And as to bond.
Your Honor, my client is 40 years old. He's a lifelong resident of Detroit. He is employed at Rockwell Medical. He's a high-low driver. He does have his GED. He has high blood pressure medication, Your Honor. Your Honor, my client lives with his brother, and he has his children every other weekend. He's trying to make these payments, Your Honor. I'm respectfully asking the court to consider a personal bond if the court finds to be a mistake, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, Counsel. Court, again, take us into account your representations, and the court does recall that previously in the first section this morning, you did include that he does have significant family, residential, as well as gainful employment in the community, and this is a non-assaultive matter, and the court certainly wants to see him be able to maintain that continuity of employment in order to see to his matters in the instant case. Therefore, and because as to this type of case, and given the charges, this court is required by law to set bond amount of 25% of the dollar amount the state alleges that he owes. In this case, just over $4,600. Given what you have presented, court does find there's a basis to depart from that statutory requirement. Court will set bond amount of $4,600, personal bond. Is there anything further? Okay, you're all set, sir. You're all set. That'll take care of everything. So just make sure you keep up with all of your dates and keep coming back for all of your dates until your judge tells you that you're done with these cases, okay?
Well, thank you, Your Honor. Have a good afternoon.
Yes,
Thank my attorney.
yes, sir.
for
You're
the
good. Yes, sir. Will do, sir.
Thank you.
And it might be the first time that's happened. He said, thank you. To you.
Personal bond, they happy. It for the men?
Actually, I think we have Michael Elliott. Did we do Elliott? Or no? We did? No, hang on, sorry. Okay, you're correct. Okay, for some reason, Mr. Sanford, did I have to sign or do something with this, or did I just not give it to you? I might have shuffled it and not given it to you. Michael Elliott, I still had it in my hands. I didn't realize that I hadn't given it to you, so I didn't know if you gave it back to me for something, or maybe I just didn't give it to you in the first one. Okay, DDC, I think that's everything on the men's side. Is there anyone who's been with you for 48 hours or more?
Not to my knowledge.
Thank you. We'll see you on the other side.
Great. Have a good day.
Yes, ma'am. You too.
Go ahead, you ready? You all step on that black line, say your first and last name.
Hi, ma'am. Your name?
Lawanda Williams. Hello.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Willingham. For your safety, ma'am, yeah, make sure you keep that mask over your nose and mouth. That's for your safety while you're in there, okay?
Okay.
Okay, calling case number 200-61545, People State Michigan versus Lawanda Lakeisha Willingham, counsel. Court will waive the formal reading, enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There is going to be a Zoom probable cause conference date November 20, 2020 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by a plenary examination date at a date to be determined, also by Zoom at the 36th District Court in front of Judge Giles and as to bond.
General Offense 26 years old, lifelong resident of Detroit, no prior criminal convictions, is employed as a hairdresser, not on probation or parole. This incident appears, never arraigned on this matter. I'm respectfully asking the court to consider a personal bond. She does live with her fiance, grandmother, and child. She has a 2-year-old, and she's got family activities.
Thank you. DDC's bond on hold.
Several holds, Your Honor, 32nd District and 37th District, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. All right, counsel, as to this case, court does take into account your client has significant family and residential ties to the community, and also this is a non-assaultive matter. Given those elements, court will set bond in this case $2,500 personal bond. Is there anything further?
No, thank you.
Okay, you're all set, ma'am. You can step away from the camera.
This man is going down. Have a seat. This one, child. You want to step on, black line, say your first and last name?
Hi, ma'am. Your name?
Hi, Natasha Watkins.
Okay, calling case number 200-615-3502. People State Michigan versus defendant number 2, Natasha Monet Watkins. Counsel, your appearance, please.
Just Chairman, on behalf of the defendant, Ms. Watkins, who waits for a reading, understands her constitutional right to extend.
Call wait formal reading, enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There is going to be a Zoom probable cause conference date set for November 6, 2020 at 8:30 a.m. at the 36th District Court, followed by a plenary examination date November 12, 2020 at 9 o'clock at the 36th District Court in front of Judge Archer, and both of these matters are by Zoom and as to bond.
Your Honor, my client is 25 years old, left on Monday, Detroit, no prior criminal convictions, employed at Mobile, is a high school grad and did some college. Your Honor, my client lives with her child and her kids and father of her children. She's got community ties, family ties, understands the no contact order. There is no reason for a contact any of the orders are respectfully asking the court to consider a personal bond.
Okay, thank you. DDC is bond. Any holds?
2 holds, Your Honor, 23rd District and Senior.
Thank you. Counsel, court takes into account representations, including her ties to the community, but court is also balancing it with the nature of the charges and seriousness of the allegations. And the court does take note that in the co-defendant on this case, the court did take note with regard to the unique details of this particular case, not only including the alleged allegations of assault on the complaining witness, but also that at the time the officers came in contact with the complainant that he had been stripped naked at that time, and this was approximately 3 days ago. Again, these are allegations only, but the court does take note that it has been particularly cold. We are well into a Michigan fall at this time, and that was the condition that officers found. And that was the condition in which officers found the complainant while this case is pending. These are serious allegations, and the court is concerned about ensuring safety of the community, including that of the complaining witness. Given those elements, as to this case, court is going to set a bond in the amount of $3,000, 10%. Also, your client will be subject to Wayne County Sheriff's GPS tether. Also, while this case is pending, absolutely no contact with complaining witness Ibrahim Musla. No contact means no written or verbal communication with this person, no messages to him through third parties, and no contact order also extends to the place of residence and place of employment. And that does include no social media contacts directly or indirectly. Is there anything further?
No, thanks, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set, ma'am. You can step away from the camera.
That's all I have, Ms. Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Same here. Also on the women's side, or anyone's being on the women's side for 48 hours or more, sir?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Have a good weekend. We'll see you next time.
You too. Your sign.
Let me ask you this: Are you here? Are you in Romulus this weekend?
Excuse me, Your Honor?
Are you going to be working this weekend?
No, ma'am. We were blessed to get a shift of 8 to 4, Monday through Friday.
Okay, sir. Well, if you can at all, please give a good word to the folks who are working on the weekend. I'll see you guys out in Romulus this weekend, okay?
All right. Must be nice.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Have a good weekend. Yeah. Oh, DDC? DDC? We do?
Yes, Your Honor.
Officer Green, MIDC counsel just indicated that we have 2 more male add-ons. I don't have any names. Do we have any, standby? Do we have any names? I think we have a couple of add-ons on the men's side. Do we have any names yet?
I have David Price, I forget Andrews and
One person is David Price, and MIDC is interviewing the other person. We don't have a name just yet, but if you can give them a heads up, we're going to meet them on the other side for the other 2 people.
Okay, I'll put the women up and I'll meet you on the other side.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Thank you. Sorry? Yes, sir. Oh, dang it. I don't have. All right. Sorry. Okay. Go ahead. No.
that person that I was saying about the Washington, Officer Washington. That was his son. Yeah, that's why I was saying like his dad.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Good advocacy. Oh, wait, they're interviewing, so they're on. Oh, we're in. Okay. They still interview like on camera 2? Are they on camera 2 or something
I
maybe?
believe they should be on camera too.
Which is fine. Okay, no, I doubt it. Okay, I didn't want, no, it's fine. If they're on 2, don't worry about it. I just didn't want to interfere with their access to, interviewing, but if they're on the other camera, don't worry about it. Just give me a holler when you're ready on those other 2. Court stands, thank you. Court stands in brief recess.
That's what you're doing. It's a folder case, but it's a track. Oh, she brought that ain't what you're doing? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a folder case, but it's a track. So the pre-exam, you put the probable cause there, huh?
This first piece was the interview, right?
Hey, we first so I just finished the work, and I still have that signed in this folder, and they recalled a crutcher and did another charge. So, the crutches I'm not sure Tuesday. All right, but I think it's about price too. What about price?
Adam, we got Steve Potter over there.
Oh, well, you know I done called 3 times for that crutcher. I mean, it's folks.
I said that's one traffic report. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. I know you felt it in something. Oh, yeah.
So Price is, but he got interviewed this morning, so we go straight in front of the judge. Can you go to the locks right quick, see? That may look.
Price. M3.
Just got one.
Wait.
M3.
Yeah, that's M3.
Okay, thank you, baby.
Well, got one, did they get both of them? No, ain't nobody, going over it, Aaron said ain't nobody.
You gonna stay on that white line? Put your mask on, Price.
Okay, I will. Can I put this
You were interviewed this morning, so you got interviewed again, but.
I don't have a paperwork.
First name. Front desk, Mr. Price.
They see a shift change. I'm not gonna worry about that. It's shift change for me.
Okay. Can I, hey, can I?
Put your mask on.
Can you, oh, she
What's
must
your
have.
first name?
Kevin. Last name Price.
Middle name Lamont.
Yes.
Can you at least give us a face sheet? Kim, can you get a face sheet so we can approve it? Yes. Thank you.
The cops outside the door there. Detroit?
What?
Some cops out there.
Yeah. Bringing people in.
Huh?
Bringing people in.
You said them on shift change. I was supposed to say, hey, I can go use the bathroom real quick.
Not us, them up front. That had nothing to do with us.
Oh, okay. Tiny hole? Huh?
I'm not talking about you. I don't have your
Oh,
paperwork.
oh, okay. Sorry, I'm sorry.
I just sent him to get your face sheet, at least so I can see you do something. So, like, I don't
Did you say? Being accustomed to the program will never be as good
Okay. Do you have any files yet, or no? Okay, all right.
What kind of cases?
He's been interviewed, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this is the one from this morning. And the suicide guy was there, right?
I don't know about the suicide guy.
That's unknown. That's him. So what's going on here?
I didn't call up 3 times for these folders.
No problem.
They got called again, they said shift change. So, he was at, you remember we did him this morning. They added another charge, so they're gonna send this folder back.
Okay.
I put it in the computer already, so it just needs to be added on the original
Okay.
EIS sheet. And I'm still waiting on this guy's folder.
But it's in.
It's in the computer.
Okay. What's the difference?
This file is TOT Wayne Imperial, Texas. This file is personal bonds, smoke.
Okay.
His name is Price.
I got him.
I give my stuff out to Facebook.
Take your radio.
Give my radio. Oh no, man. No mix. I checked again. It's still no mix. You can log me off.
I'm gonna have to do these two.
All right. Thank you.
Tell Dorsey, no.
Yep. I told April and Dorsey, so.
He's not down
We're
there.
gonna start by the crush.
Hey, Tim, tell my man over there getting interviewed to take a seat on the bench.
Take care, bro.
Okay, man, be good.
Relax.
Okay. I just want to make sure you got everything.
Wait.
From them. You got what, young man?
Say again?
What's that?
You got the extra. Oh, God.
Okay, dates. Okay, it's fine. Okay, all right, once we, DDC be advised, we do have one file for Stephen Pollard ready to go. We're just waiting for, MIDC council to join us, and then we'll be able to get going with that one.
We have nothing on Kevin Price yet?
Stand by. Do we have a file for Price? Price, Kevin Price?
One ticket, you still gotta get that ready. Is that him?
So it's a ticket only?
Yes.
Okay, we're informed, DDC, that Price is only a ticket. Did you have record of anything other than that?
I don't have his file. I just walked down there. They said that he was being arraigned right now.
It's just a ticket, that's what it is.
Okay, we're informed by Madam Clerk that Price is only a traffic ticket. So I think they still have to prepare the file, but right now we do have a file for Stephen Pollard. Who's in front of the camera right now?
This is Mr. Price.
Okay, stand by. We still have to prep his file.
Right in here on the black line. Right on the black line again. As soon as your counsel gets in there, they're gonna arraign you.
Okay, counsel, we do have a file for Stephen Pollard.
I do not have the file. You're waiting on the court file?
No, we have the file.
I'm ready.
And I'm sorry, what I should have asked is, you have interview done, ready to go?
Yes.
Okay, great, we have them on screen. We're ready to proceed. Thank you, sir. Calling case number 200-61549, People State, Michigan versus Stephen Gerard Pollard. Counsel, your appearance, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Angela Roberts, appearing on behalf of Mr. Pollard. Your Honor, he's been advised of the right to stand being asked the court that he is not guilty on his behalf.
Call waive the formal reading, enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom probable cause conference date November 9, 2020 at 8:30 a.m. at the 36th District Court, followed by a preliminary examination date also by Zoom at the 36th District Court on November 16, 2020 at 9 o'clock. And again, all of these matters are 36th District Court in front of Judge Giles and as to bond.
Your Honor, this is for personal loss first and foremost because we are currently in a pandemic. I believe that people incarcerated are at an increased risk of possible exposure. In In addition, Your Honor, Mr. Pollard is a lifelong resident of the city of Detroit. He currently receives disability. He indicates that he's a high school graduate and has attended 2 years of college. Your Honor, I believe he has some medical conditions that I asked the court to take into consideration, including a heart condition, diabetes, and high blood pressure. He understands not to have any contact with the complaining witness. He indicates that if he's released, he needs to be able to stay with his girlfriend. However, if he cannot, he will find another place in the with. He knows he cannot go to the location right now, and again, no contact.
Thank you. And DDC, I know that this was a last minute add-on, but by any chance, do you have any information regarding holds regarding Mr. Pollard?
No, ma'am, I have no information.
All right, that's fine. Thank you. All right, counsel, court takes into account your representations, including his ties to the community, and also that this court is fully aware that your office has done a stellar job of covering what a no contact order is going to include, as well as in emphasizing the importance of his return to court while these cases are pending. While this case is pending, court also takes into account the nature of the charges and the seriousness of the allegations, which includes 2 counts of an assault of nature. And the court has also included a review of the file, which the court has a concern on as to a couple of elements upon review of the file, including that this includes an allegation of an assault of nature upon an individual with whom he resides, not necessarily within the same, under the same roof, but it appears it's either, maybe a group home or an apartment setting where these individuals are in close quarters with one another. And a further note in reviewing the file is that this includes an allegation of an assault of nature where your client repeatedly approached the complaining witness and actively pursued the complaining witness while wielding some form of a knife, which raises a concern about safety to the general community, but also to that of the complaining witness while this case is pending. And again, these are allegations only, but the court is going to remain mindful of ensuring safety to the community, including the complaining witness under the criteria the court utilized under Michigan court rules. But also a review of the file suggests that perhaps to ensure that Mr. Pollard is able to remain safe and in an area where he'll be able to continue to make it for all of his court dates. And again, the court also notes that one thing that made it into the file was that he went to the detention center, or is currently at the detention center, and is in a special section to ensure that he is monitored on a regular basis for various reasons. So the court wants to ensure also that he remains safe while this case is pending. Given those elements, the court at this time is going to do the following. The court is going to set bond in the amount of $15,000, 10%. Also, while this case is pending, should your client post bond, he'll be subject to Wayne County Sheriff's GPS tether. And most importantly, while this case is pending, absolutely no contact with complaining witness Terrence Anderson. No contact means no written or verbal communication with this person, no messages to him through third parties. The no contact order also extends to the place of residence and place of employment. And counsel, again, it's a matter of record within the file with regard to him currently be on suicide watch. Is that something that you want to include specifically on the minimus? Because that will travel with him in the event that he remains in custody, regardless of where he's going to go. The court currently has it marked medical.
Okay, that's information that was not relayed to me, so I don't have anything additional to offer about the watch, but I would ask that it be marked medical, because I do believe that he does require some medicine. So I'm not sure if the court asked me if I want it to be marked additionally for medical.
Well, yes, the court simply wanted to make you aware of that. If it's not an element, that we won't concern ourselves with it, but the court is going to indicate medical. But if it's concerned, we can certainly, because it maybe it's more appropriate for it to be specifically noted if that's going to be a note of an issue of concern with regard to his overall, not only health, general health, but his safety, should he remain in custody.
Okay. Again, that's information that I didn't have, so I let's leave it to the court's discretion as to how the court handles that when that information is relayed.
Okay.
We certainly want him to be safe, so whatever safety measures they need to take, we certainly want him to be safe and monitored.
Okay, so noted. DDC, just an inquiry briefly. The court has marked the gentleman's file medical in the event that he either remains with you, or in the alternative, if he is sent to another facility. Is it prudent or more appropriate for this court to in addition to marking it medical, would the court need to be specific as to any other special provisions or protocols for him for his safety?
If you want to post something, because he'll be picked up from Wayne County Jail tonight, so if you want to put something on there for Wayne County to know. But when the officers get into the transport. they'll know he's on suicide watch.
Okay, and again, just to clarify, is that something, if the court were not to put it on the minimus, is that something that your agency would communicate to the county on its own? Does your agency have its own internal method of conveying that information, or is it something that we would need to put on the minimus?
No, ma'am, we just let the officers know when they get here that he's on suicide watch. Now, if they report back that he was on suicide watch, that I do not know. I can't vouch for what Wayne County does.
Oh, no, I wasn't, mainly just put to the extent of when you come into contact with Wayne County and they come to pick him up, does your agency communicate that to the county, even if it's not on the minimus?
Yeah, we let the officers picking up transporting know that he's been on watch.
Okay. All right, counsel, here's what we're going to do. The court would rather have it be redundant than for it to be missing in any capacity. I mean, the court appreciates that. The good thing, the upside is that DDC will communicate to the people at Wayne County transporting him, but that's not to say that, you know, we don't necessarily want any information to go missing. So in addition to medical, we'll add that. Okay, counsel, is there anything further?
Your Honor, if he is able to post bond, I know you were thorough about the no contact, but would the court allow a police escort one time so that he can get his belongings from the location, including the medicine that he needs from home?
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, DDC. We are set with regard to the gentleman. Thank you.
Yeah. That I do not know. Do you need the phone or anything?
Okay, and DDC, we do have the file ready for the other gentleman. We just have to finish up paperwork on Mr. Pollard, and then we'll be ready.
Yes, ma'am.
Give a file.
She's got your file, yeah.
Okay, I mean, you.
Oh, me? No, I'll be fine.
Okay.
I got it all written down. When I get it
Okay,
over.
we're ready on the other gentleman. Okay, so we're going to be calling your case in just a moment. Calling case number 0525733, Peebles Head, Michigan versus Kevin Lambert Price. And counsel, your appearance, please.
Andrew Roberts, hearing on behalf of Mr. Your Honor, will stand mute as the person that is not guilty at this time, and the evidence for, I believe,
Yes, it was set for review. Court waits formal reading into not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There is a review date set for November 20, 2020 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, defendant Judge Bryant. And again, court does note that your client failed to appear for a review. However, this court does have authorization from Judge Bryant with regard to ensuring, with regard to amending bonds that were set prior to the onset of the national pandemic. However, the court is going to do the following. Your client will be subject to Wayne County Sheriff's alcohol tether. Anything further?
Your Honor, ask that the court, if you said it, I'm so sorry, I didn't hear.
No, it's going to be a personal bond. However, he's going to, because of the type of charge, he's going to be subject to Wayne County Sheriff's alcohol tether. And again, he needs to make it for his court dates until the judge says that he's done with his case. Is there anything further?
Just as it relates to tether, I don't know if you would consider not imposing it at this time.
I'm sorry?
I don't know if you would consider not imposing the tether at this time, only because he's 54 years old. Your Honor, I believe he's currently working at Chrysler, that he has asthma, high blood pressure, and diabetes. And I bring that to the court's attention simply because we are in a pandemic. And I do believe that sometimes it takes a couple days to get on a tether. But if you're not willing to change that, Your Honor, I respect and appreciate the fact that you've given us
No, it's going to be a personal bond, and he's going to have that tether, and again, the court appreciates your representations regarding any delays, but I believe that even earlier this year, it was brought to the court's attention there were potential delays, but when this court did receive word officially with regard to that tether program, essentially individuals at the time, this court, what the takeaway from the court's information that it received upon inquiry was that individuals would be subject to release, but then they would have to report back in order to get fitted for the tether. So it wouldn't necessarily create a delay in his release, but rather that, again, in light of COVID and the provisions that they're making, that the last thing that this court heard was that individuals with a personal bond and a tether, and it may or may not depend on whether it's alcohol versus a GPS tether, but the tether program, they're still running it, and if there is going to be a delay, the person would get released, and then they have to report back with the tether unit in order to get fitted for the tether. That was the takeaway from this court's understanding. Okay, thank you. All right, sir, you're all set. You can step away from the camera. DDC, I think that is it. Is there anyone who's been to for 48 hours or more?
Is there a dollar amount on that bond or no?
I'm sorry, sir?
Is there a dollar amount on that personal bond or just personal?
No, sir, it's a personal bond, no dollar amount, sir, but he is going to be subject to alcohol tether.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. See you next time.
Enjoy your weekend.
You too, sir.
Can we get that court date one more time? I'm sorry.
November
20? November 20.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Okay, I think we're done. Lovely.